We are here with Robert Mason of Warrant, and they're going to be at the Pima County Fair on the Michelob Ultra Stage this Saturday night. The show is free with admission to the fair, and a little bit thing different is normally there's now two stages at the Pima County Fair. They are going to be on the Michelob Ultra Stage, and you guys, Robert, are going on. This isn't like the New Year's Eve thing from a couple years ago where you go on at 11. You're going to be on pretty early.
Yeah, we hit at 6 p.m. sharp, and we like to be on time. Our favorite saying is early is on time is late.
So you
So
guys will be playing while the sun sets.
we want, well, yeah, it's that time of year. Are we facing west? That could be the ultimate worst thing.
I think you are facing like side.
I want to think it's south or east from my
Ye-
recollection.
Yep, I think it is. I think you're fine.
Yeah,
You'll be
so
able to watch it if I remember correctly while you sing.
well, there you go. See this so added bonus. And I have free fair admission because I'm playing the concert. So
So
it
like when you do a show like this, because you're telling
was,
me, oh, go
yes.
ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just laughing at the whole dichotomy of if you get into the fair, you can see Warrant. I'm singing in Warrant, so I get to go to the fair.
That's true. It's the opposite. Yeah.
Yes. Might even
So
get turkey leg or something. I don't know.
so when you
Fried rice.
guys do this stuff, when you do fairs, do
Yeah.
you actually kind of check it out afterwards?
Depending on time permitting. I mean, yeah, we've been known to wander around and, you know, take in the sights, sounds, and smells.
Because I have multiple memories of you, obviously going back 30 years,
Yeah,
but I do have a memory of interviewing you at the Pima County Fair a few years ago.
totally.
And right before you went on stage, you came out, we were doing a live broadcast and hung out with us.
You were in the van, right? You were in
Yeah, we were in the van.
the radio station van. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. I got a text. I was like, dude, can you come and say hi? I'm like, I'm going on in 20 minutes. I think so.
Yeah, I think you golf carted over or something. You were like over there in 2 seconds.
Exactly. Because we realized, well, I asked the right questions. So I'm like, where's the van? It's like, it's right over there. I'm like, do I run? Do
Yeah.
I golf cart? What do we do? And she's like, I'll drive, somebody, but yeah. Well, that's when it works out. Time permitting as usual. This is probably a good idea now, you and I hear this to hype the show because that day will be, I mean, I'll still probably have a drink in my hand from the airplane.
Yeah, because you're going to be. I think you were telling me off before this interview that you're going to be in Bowling Green or someplace like that, or
The night before, so Friday the 17th, isn't it? Right?
no,
Am I
Friday's the 18th.
18th? I'm sorry. Our month is crazy. We have a bunch of shows. So I'll be in Bowling Green, Kentucky for a show on Friday night, and then we'll wake up oh dark 30 Saturday morning, which is it's not quite East Coast. Are they East Coast time zone? I think they are.
Yeah, they're East Coast. Yeah.
So we'll be 3 hours ahead, and it'll be like 3, 4 in the morning. So it'll be like midnight here, one. Wake up, get on airplane or get on transpo to drive to Nashville Airport, fly Nashville, Atlanta, Tucson in the morning through to the afternoon, race off out of your fine airport and go to probably enough time to throw my bag in a hotel and,
And show up.
get kind of show ready, I guess. It's going to be one of those race to the show shows. So,
Right.
yeah,
And we want to make sure everybody's clear on this. Get to the fair, get there early. It's a Saturday, so plenty of time. Spend the day at the fair, and
that's
then
right.
head
Make
on
a
over
day
to the Michelob Ultra Stage and watch Warrant at 6, right?
6 sharp, 6
Yeah,
p.m.
yeah. And you're not one of those bands that it says 6 and you show up at 7. It says 6, you're on stage at 6.
Yeah, I mean, there's an intro tape that rolls and then we hit as soon as humanly possible. We pride ourselves on our pertinence.
Well, I'll be out at the fair that night, so I look forward. So I'll probably be on at 5:40 to bring you guys on 20 minutes before you actually start because we do those soft intros. And hopefully we'll get to say hi a little bit.
Yeah, man, as per usual. Why would we break tradition now? I mean, every time I'm in Tucson, I either run into you or I'm doing this.
Or calling me out on stage at New Year's Eve, asking me the B side to a cherry.
It was New Year's Eve. Come on. If I can't bust my friends, who can I? Come on.
No, it was hilarious. I'm thinking, I go, dude, back then I got CD Pros. I don't even remember.
That's right. 'Cause your industry, right? There was not like a thing where you were like, "Oh, I know what the B side of this single is because I bought the cassette." Like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. They sent us here's the CD with 3 other versions of it, the radio version, the album version, and sometimes the edit of whatever.
exactly.
So all these people are looking at me and I'm like going, got called out by Robert Mason.
It's like, what's the capital of Wyoming? Ha ha, I gotcha.
Oh, hey, I went to ASU. I don't know. So,
Okay. It's Cheyenne. Anyway.
so what can people expect on Saturday night?
Well, we're doing our full set. So it's we revamped the set for this year, and we did a couple of test shows at the very end of last year, and we really like this way of doing these songs. For us, we have no objectivity. I've been singing these songs for 17 years now, and was a fan before that, and there are fans that know these songs for 30 years. But when you're performing them, whole different ball game. And we strive to not only find the right running order of songs, so the set runs like a little roller coaster. You've got a couple of rock songs, a ballad, a song that was an MTV video, a song that was a quote unquote, hit on either radio or whatever, that got the snot played out of it. And then you kind of want to go play a deep cut, or I try to throughout the set get that common kind of feeling so that everybody likes it first. Joey is like the set list master, and he always runs things by me. He's like, how does this feel to you? Is there anything you're missing? Blah, blah, blah. So we try to hit everything that was a video, everything that was on radio, and then throw in a couple of surprises. Two songs from Doggy Dog this year, which are two of my favorites, and I won't reveal them because it's a surprise. Show up at 6 p.m. and you'll find out.
Exactly.
Uh, or go on YouTube, because probably our whole set's on YouTube by now. But still come to the fair. Uh, and I love this set. It's got really good flow to it. As musicians, you strive for that, and I'm really sensitive, almost like hypersensitive to the energy of an audience. And there's so many things that on my side of the mic I realize and are not just cognizant of, but so affected by. And then the audience is just out there to cut loose and have fun and have nostalgia and forget their problems. And I love providing that. Like, we love the fact that I still get to do this. We make people happy. We get to travel around the whole country and sometimes out of the country and have the coolest fans. And we still get to do this, Larry.
Oh,
Look at us all these years later. So there you
well,
go.
and you just said it just now. You've been in the band. I mean, you had a career before Warrant,
Yeah,
but you've been in the band 17 years?
something like that. Yeah, this will be, I think it's September of '08 was my first show. So it's coming on that much.
Wow, time flies.
I know.
Feels feels like you just got in.
Don't blink. You're 60. Hey, don't blink.
Yeah, mine's right around the corner. So,
Kids these days.
yeah, these 50-year-olds. So, tell me what else is going on in the Warren camp. Are you guys working on any new music? I mean, I know you guys like to release an album every couple years.
Yeah, it's been a few. It was funny. I know I've told this 1,000 times, and probably to you too, but the quick story is Louder, Harder, Faster came on at the back end of 17, and we toured on that for a while. And it's fun to do a record. Believe me, I love doing new material, and it satisfies my soul a little bit, and probably ego too. Like, oh, I wrote these songs or whatever. But then we came upon that thing. If you've been a band for long enough, you celebrate anniversary tours, and we're like, oh, 30th anniversary of Dirty Rotten
Oh,
in 2019. And then, so then, or like,
and
you spend a year doing that because you're celebrating that record, and fans want it, and you do merch and everything. We change the scrims, and the look of the band changes for that whole show pattern. And 2020 was the 30th anniversary of Cherry Pie. It came out in the back half of like September, I think, of 2020, of 30 years prior to that. So we were like, uh-oh, everybody sat home for 16 months.
yeah,
So then we come in and start touring again. I like to call it the year without a Santa Claus, year and a half without a Santa Claus.
yeah,
Well, COVID thing. So we got back to work playing live shows when it was allowed, and everybody wanted to. Mid 2021. So we figured we're taking a mulligan, if you play golf, on the whole Cherry Pie anniversary. And in 2021 through 22, it was the 30th anniversary of Cherry Pie record. So then
yeah.
Dog came right after that, and we're like, whoa. And I said, guys, we're running out of 30th anniversaries to celebrate. We should probably try to figure out what to do. So Dixon and I have been talking very recently. I'm always writing. I have ideas that fall out of my head, and they're on my phone or they're recorded on my home studio. Jerry does the same. The other guys all, everybody's got that mindset, but we just haven't had the structure or the impetus to put a whole record together. I don't know if that's in the cards for a nostalgia band. We may do something like release one, two, or three, do a partial, even greatest hits box set thing with new songs from my era in there as well. Like,
Mm.
I don't know. It all options are open, and this is total honesty. Like, you're one of the
Yeah.
first people who's really asked me that, and it's it's all, we'll see what happens. We're loving playing these songs. There's a huge nostalgia component to the band, and I recognize that. And it's so much fun to do that that it's taken it, maybe it took a little of that focus away from me. It's like, oh, I have to do a record.
Well, that makes sense. And also, too, the record industry has changed to its core.
Right, what's
Like,
a record now? Like, shouldn't
yeah,
it just be like three bonus songs with, or three songs with a bonus song if you do download them, or some sort of promotional thing, like
yeah.
way to reach fans and get them, okay, new songs, but then, ooh, what if we redid this from the back in the day, or what if there's a live version of this? So we're talking, the extremely long answer
Mhm.
is we're talking about all that stuff.
Well, it also makes sense because nowadays it's all about streaming and downloads aren't even what they used to be comparatively to selling, hard copies like, CDs or LPs or even cassette tapes and stuff like that. So, or even now the kids and people are collecting the vinyl again, but it's still not the sales that it used to be when that's the only way people could get the music.
Exactly. And we're super stoked when we do meet and greets, because we do, uh, there's a National Acts VIP website that is a third party that we use to wrangle up all the people that want like FaceTime with the band before shows. And we do VIP meet and greets. And that's the schedule, is like, normally we won't go on at 6 p.m., kids. We'll go on a little later, and
Yeah.
we'll get there, a couple hours before, one of which to do meet and greets, and then the other one to warm up and get ourselves all like focused. It's kind of like the team right before the game, right before you,
Oh,
run through the tunnel into onto the field. We do our lockdown, but prior to that, we have fans that are gracious enough to want to hang out and say hi and selfies, and we have merch. I mean, we have like everything from the normal t-shirt stuff to like skate decks that are the cherry pie logo on a
oh,
skateboard
wow.
deck. We have snowboards this year
Snowboards.
that sold out in a hot minute. I got one because I snowboard, and I collect stuff that from bands I've been in that I like. And it's a proper snowboard. It's a no joking around. Like, I put bindings on it and took it up the mountain.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Board. It's a real snowboard, but it's a full size snowboard, and it's the cherry pie logo.
Oh,
That
that's cool.
that album art with the girl, the roller girl skates and thing. So those are cool, and we sign those. And people who want to buy that also as a package. A lot of bands are doing that. It's the whole, thank you, Gene Simmons, for pioneering probably that one, the
Oh, yeah.
VIP meet and greet experience. But we love talking to people before shows. And sometimes it's fun. They've had a few drinks in them. They've seen like Firehouse or Bullet Boys or Lita Ford or one of the opening acts, and then they come in and hang out with us, and then they go back out for our show. So I get off on that. Like, that's super fun, just to connect with people again, and everybody's got a story. Like, oh, I saw whatever, or I at this arena in whatever year, and you're like, the nostalgia component is so strong with this
Well,
band and the fans. Thank God people still get it.
what's interesting too is you're seeing younger people now because they don't seem to be as interested in discovering well, they don't discover new music like you and I discovered new music going to the record store, listening to it on the radio. They
Right.
find it on a TikTok, they find it on a reel somewhere, and
Yeah.
it could be a 30-year-old song, but to them it's brand new. And do you
Yeah.
find that with like you look out, you see like younger people at the shows now? Because I noticed that New Year's Eve.
I think the first time I noticed it, it was parents bringing their kids. Now it's just young people showing up, and they've got our shirts on, and they've got louder, harder, faster albums with that are the gatefold, and they want them signed. Like, they buy the vinyl at merch,
Yeah.
they order it online and bring it to the show, and that's what they want signed when they come to the meet and greets. That
Yeah.
was my greater point, is like, when you said vinyl, I'm like, I've seen so many CDs and vinyl and cassettes that people bring into meet and greets that they want the band to sign. or they want to tell a story like I bought this in 1990. And then I saw you guys in, obviously not me, but you know what I mean? Like in
Mhm.
Louisiana at this arena or whatever. And they've all got a story.
So, okay, so you're going to be on stage 6 o'clock, Michelob Ultra Stage this Saturday night at the Pima County Fair.
Correct.
It's going to be an absolute blast. How do you guys, and you're in Cave Creek. The other guys are obviously in other states, and do you guys do like weekly Zoom meetings when you're getting ready for the like?
We see each other so often. Last week, let's see, where was I? It's hard to even remember. 2 weeks ago, we had a show in Philly. Last week I was in Des Moines and then Omaha and flew home yesterday. So we get our 3, 4 days off and then back on planes to go do fly dates. So we see each other so often and we sound check new material
Ah,
and and go through stuff pretty much at the afternoon before every show.
well,
So we see enough of each other. Then we have the thing. It used to be called September Snap, uh, and now it's whenever it happens because we laugh about it. It used to be like around that time you get your busy season in the spring and the summer, and then by September, October, somebody is sick of something. Not a band, not always like, it's not like we fight, but you could be like just fed up or you're no tired or and whatever. It could be hungover, it could be whatever. I don't drink anymore, but like all that stuff that happens when you're a traveling salesman. That's what I am. It's a traveling salesman on the road. And eventually somebody just gets pissed and loses it on either you know, somebody at an airport or a cab driver or just alone. They're like, or their gear breaks. So we call it the September snap. But like we like each other so much and we laugh so much about so many things that it's still like it still feels good. That's my point is it still feels so good right up until the September snap. And then we laugh about it 5 minutes later.
well, what's great is when I saw you guys, I've seen you a ton of times, obviously. Robert, I've seen you in so many different bands, but
Yeah.
I've seen you with Warrant probably more than any other band, obviously, over the
Yeah.
last 17 years. But you guys look like you're having so much fun on stage. There's no going through the motions. You actually, obviously giving me hell from the stage, but you actually talk to your crowd. Yeah, you know what I mean? You have, and I'm just giving you a hard time back, dude. I enjoyed that. That was fun. So,
Oh yeah. Well, it's good natured, of course.
but you guys, you could tell you're not going through the motions.
I don't think that that's worth it. I mean, people pay good money and take time out of their lives to come and do that. And I have a job and I take it dead seriously. I mean, yes, I'm having fun. And yeah, I mean, I'm that's what I am supposed to do. I take that obligation seriously that like I said earlier, people don't want to hear that you have a cold. People don't want to hear you had a hard day. People like I'm the, you know,
You're the escape.
we're the jukebox and it's their party and let them escape their lives or celebrate their lives or whatever they're doing. Like we've been, recently it's like, hey, this is my grandkid, like I was at your show here and here. Like you see all that, like back to that point of the fans again. And it's become such a cool thing to do. And we just sit around going, we still get to do this. I was sitting, Bullet Boys was one of our openers this past weekend. And Mark and I were sitting around because I've known him forever. I've known him since 88 or 89 when their first record came out. And we were just marveling backstage, just like a couple of singers sitting around talking with nobody else around while everybody else is doing whatever. And we're just sitting, oh, I got a new guitar or this or that. And it's like, dude, you know how long we know each other? And you know how long you've been doing this? And he looks at me, he's like, I'm older than you. Hell, you know how long you've been doing this? So we still get to do this.
Yeah.
This is what I get to do. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah, and you can tell I'm watching you from the crowd, and I've seen, as you know, I've probably seen hundreds and well, thousands of shows over the years,
Yeah.
and I've seen those bands where you're like, oh man, they are phoning it in tonight. You could tell.
I mean, only speak for myself. Like I'm not here for a haircut. You know what I mean? I'm gonna run around and I'm gonna make the follow spot guy
Yeah,
work to try to find me.
yeah, you guys can definitely tell. So okay, so we talked about possibly new music or whatever,
Mhm.
what else is going on with Warren that you want people to know? Where do you go after the Pima County Fair on Saturday?
I have an app for that. It's called Tourmaster, and let's take a look. Oh, wow. We're in New Mexico and then Mississippi. The week after that, we're in Tulsa and or somewhere in Oklahoma, and then out to the East Coast for M3 Festival. And then the next day I'm home, and then I've got a few weeks off, and then like it's May and or whatever. It's crazy. We're all over the states. I mean,
Yeah.
if you go to warrantrocks.com, or if you go to any of the Warrant Rocks socials or mine on Instagram or whatever, you're gonna find out where we are. It's so easy nowadays. Like you said, back to the accessibility aspect of the web and all social media. It's everybody knows. It's like immediate.
Yeah.
People reach out to me that I haven't seen in a year, and they go, "Hey, dude, you're coming to Omaha." I'm like, "Am I? Wait, let me look." Like,
Yeah.
I'm too wrapped up in what I'm doing tomorrow, and then what I did yesterday. Like, the shows are in the rearview mirror, and they're a happy memory. But I have to keep focused and look forward, or else I'll drop something. Like,
Oh
oh,
yeah. No, it's always, and you guys are road warriors as well. I mean, it's,
we still end up doing 50 to 60 shows a year,
oh
which is
wow.
which is great. Uh, we're happy to be doing this. If you have a casino, if you have a venue, if there's a shed, if there's and by shed I mean an amphitheater. Sorry, that's industry. You know what a shed means.
Yeah. Mhm.
Uh, but come see the band. Come see more live music. Go see every band. See lots
Oh
of bands.
yeah.
You know, I'm just glad live music is still the quote unquote still alive and well.
Well, and we found out what the world is like without it there for 16 months.
Yeah, and I think that still resonates with people, and
Mhm.
there's still that feeling in a crowd. Like, I want to work a crowd to get to that point to where we only have maybe Heaven, Uncle Tom's, and Cherry Pie left in the set, and I get everybody to warm up, with me and sing along and do the whole thing. And man, when they give that back to you,
Oh,
when you're yelling and they're yelling back at you, and it's really interactive, that's what makes it worthwhile the most. You
that's
know,
got to be the coolest feeling in the world.
dude, I've found that I'm the super happiest on my side of a mic with a bunch of people on the other side, and they're all into it. You
That's
know,
awesome.
so
So, real quick before we wrap things up here, what else is going on in Robert Mason world? Because I know that you got your own stuff outside of Warrant that you do as well.
yeah, but I mean, I'm so focused on this band,
Okay.
and I'm always writing and doing a little stuff. I was in a movie that was in an indie, kind of an indie. It actually is going to be on streaming now. It's called a movie called Tonic, and a buddy of mine, Billy Blair, is an actor. He's been saying for years, dude, you got to act, you got to do something. I'm like, nah, nah. So he finally calls me, I guess, almost 2 years ago. Actually, in August or September, it'll be 2 years. It's like, dude, I got a part for you. I'm the lead in this movie. It's not a huge budget, but if and I've been union SAG-AFTRA for years and years, and I've been done like little bit parts and things that go hugely under the radar. It's just fun. It's just another industry and thing to do.
Mhm.
But I had a couple of people reach out, agents and stuff like that, and then my buddy Bill, who's been in a ton of movies, he's a character actor. His name is Billy Blair. You can IMDb him and you can see everything he's ever been in.
Oh, I definitely will.
So he calls me. He's like, "You got to be in Dallas on this day." I'm like, "I have a show. I can't do it." I completely put it out of my mind. So a week later, he calls me. He's like, "They watched you on YouTube. The producer really wants. I've got this part for you. It's a bunch of speaking lines. You can do it. It's not a really long part, but there's an interactive scene, and I played a cab driver that
Oh,
picked.
okay.
I pick his character up in the middle of the night in Dallas, and we filmed it in Deep Element, like 3 in the morning
Oh, wow.
on an August night. And I'm in a cab, I'm like a minivan cab that they rented. And, I got to be me in a hat, is a little bit different, but I essentially give him a ride, and he's in a super desperate situation, and he's drunk and pilled up and he has no money. And I stop super pissed off, and I drag him out of the cab and beat him senseless.
What's
And
the movie called?
it's called Tonic.
And when's is it going to be on streaming?
It's yes, he's just sent me an email. Let me see exactly what the deal is with it, because I just got this text from him. All right. So there's a little link in a blurb. And it goes by. I'm in the thing for like 5 minutes. But Lori Petty, if you remember her, is in
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And I mean,
Tank Girl.
exactly, Jason Coviello, who plays the heavy dude. Jason is almost scary in this movie, right? And
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't film with him, but I'm like in scenes, and I went to the LA Film Festival last year, and we did a premiere night whole thing. But like Lori's in it, she's great in it. Let's see. Da, 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 da. It's got its theatrical release, but then it's going to be 55th annual USA Film Festival in Dallas is another theatrical release, I think. But it's going to be there's a streaming service called Fawsome, F A
Okay.
W FAWESOME, Faw, like FAWE, some, and that's a free ad-supported streaming platform. So it's going to appear on that apparently, and I just got so in May. Let's see, it's going to premiere this May. So
All right. I'll look forward. I'll make sure I definitely check that out.
I'm the cab driver who beats the snot out of Billy's character.
I look forward to watching it, man. I'll watch it one night when it comes out on Fossum.
Correct.
All
Yeah,
right.
movie called Tonic.
All
But
right. Well, Robert, thank you for taking time out of a busy day again. 6 p.m. sharp this Saturday night on the Michelob Ultra stage, Michelob over at the Pima County Fair. The show is free with admission to the fair, but make sure you get there before they go on stage because where you park and then there's a long walk. So make sure
oh
you
wow,
get there early. Get to the fair early that day. Take some rides, get some fried
it actually
something,
should
and
be a pretty day, so it's going to be fun.
yeah, and the weather's not going to be too hot that day. So it's going to
Correct.
be nice. So absolutely. Robert, thank you so much again. If people want to follow the band on the website, it's
It's warrantrocks.com, and it's Warrant Rocks on Instagram and X and everywhere else. And mine is Robert Mason Box,
Robert
VOX.
VOX. Okay. Robert, thank you so much. I appreciate everything. And I will see you Saturday.
Thanks, man. See you then.